Way back in March, when the lockdown began, we wanted to do everything we could possibly do to continue ministering to people. We knew that people would be hurting and would need someone to talk to. So we started putting up a prayer line phone number up on the screen during the TV and internet broadcasts of our Sunday morning worship service. So for these last 4 months, we've had our team of phone counselors manning the phone line 7 days a week.
One of the phone calls I received was from a young man named Jordan Smith. And when I talked to Jordan, he obviously hadn't been to church in months and months and months because of the COVID shutdown. He had attended Valley a few times before, but he was watching on social media, I believe. He was concerned about his spiritual condition. And so we began to talk to him about his salvation experience. And then after we cleared that up, I said, Jordan, the next step in your life is to be baptized. And he said, I'm ready. So when we had our first live service at the Olive Drive campus underneath the trees, I think the second person baptized was Jordan Smith. And since then, I know that he's been involved in our college ministry on Thursday night, and he's a wonderful young man, and he's really growing in Christ.
One of the sweetest calls that I received was from a 7-year-old little boy who had just watched our video clip of sending out care packages around town to families in need. And he was so concerned because there was 1-pound bags of candy in each package, and he felt like that was not healthy whatsoever and that we should reevaluate the system. So I got to talk with him, pray with him, and reassure him that the care packages were healthy and that was just a little treat from now and then. Another call I received, which was probably the turning point for me to understand that this is such a critical ministry, was a phone call I received from a lady, a member at our church, who was just struggling and hurting and on the verge of just barely hanging on. She had called. We ended up talking for 42 minutes. That was my longest call. And at the end of the call, we talked about everything, just the struggles, just losing hope, missing her family, missing her church family, missing the connection. And she saw the number go across the screen, gave us a call. And at the end, we talked about just how we're still connected, we're still family, and that there's still hope. She was in tears by the time the 42 minutes concluded, as she couldn't believe somebody would have stayed on the line with her so long. And it was at that moment I just realized this is a ministry. Our people are hurting, our people are struggling, and we need this connection. And we were so glad just to have us available for those just needing a little hope.
God has been so good to us, and we couldn't have done this without our great team of phone counselors and without the faithful giving of our congregation. So from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of the hundreds of people who have called into our prayer line, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all of your prayers and all of your support.